break time. Comments ready, lovely dragons? What about those Jade requests? It is time for Jade Comments. It is time for Jade Comments, the segment where we take a break from gameplay so I can read you guys' comments and reply back. No comment will be left unread, as well as take your game requests. If you would like to request a game from me to play on the channel, all you have to do is type Jade Request, the name of your game, in the comment section down below. That's it. Easy, right? There's no limit to how many games you can request. Now, on to reading my comment for this video. And my comment on this video is from Makuma. And Makuma writes, what do you think of the close-ups on the models for this part of the game? I'm gonna answer. Let me read the rest. I think it looks kind of epic and it puts you in the scene a little more than normal overhead view. I agree. I do wish the camera would be like a little more. I like the overhead view. I understand this is a tactical RPG and the camera is typically overhead, but if it had a mode where you could set the camera any angle you want it, like if you want it at the top or if you want it like a little bit closer behind you carrots it, I understand. Let me make it bigger. I understand the reason why it's like that, to save resources on animating the putting the textures in and all that for the facial expressions and everything. But it would, imagine how nice it would be if you could flip the camera down and see the perspective of the battle up close and personal and keep you in the action. Not that the overhead view is bad, but by the way, let's take a look at the characters and go over little texture designs and stuff. Let's see if I can find it. Work with me here. Okay, I see it. 1 second. I'm gonna push it back a little bit farther than this too. I like the textural designs of the ship and everything. Like you can see the creator really put a lot of details in the textures and of the 3D models and the 2D models at the back. Look, you can even see the texture of the ship, like the cuts, the little dents and cracks in the ship, the BRZ written on the ship. Let's move to the characters. I do wish the characters would the actors do an amazing job with the voice acting. I wish they would have had them read a little bit more of the lines, not just for specifically cutscenes, but like, you know, a little bit of the word ones. Like they didn't necessarily have to read all of them, but a few of them wouldn't hurt. Now let's look at some. Oh, I hit the mic. Let's look at some rendering. Okay. The textures of the trees are nice. It's like a low res 2D model, but you can see like the still patterning at the background, like you can see where there are textures of the details that they put in the pixelations in, and it's just the backdrop of the wall. But looking up close, the trees, you can really see the standout of the trees. But another perspective is this one is like kind of seeable. Look at the plants. The plants are like low res 2D pixelations of the plants just standing side by side, but the details of putting each color and not putting like you'll see multiple copies and stuff. They have multiple copies, but they have it spread out, like you have a row of 4 blues or 3 blues and some reds in there. I like that. The detail of this. Okay, look at the ice wall. You wouldn't even think of it. The characters when they come in the introduction right here. See, they're using all of their attacks in game and they animated that. I thought that was so cool when I saw that. You see her using her I would say Eliza have, what is her ability? Must be Source, but I forgot if she's, what element does she use? I done forgot. Is it wind? I thought Paku was wind. This is of course fire, and you see the ground crack as he's punching it. You see Ray come in with the lightning. I'm pausing it every few seconds. I know I'm in the way. My character's in the way, but she comes in with the lightning dash. And the fact that my favorite part is when Casper slides down, you see the little sparks of the ice. That was a nice touch. You can see the details. The ground is still cracked. Where he's standing at, not Casper, but the other dude. I forgot his name. I know it starts with an R. I know, I should remember character names. But the detail, again, if you're low res, 2D model, blended in nicely with your 3D models. The graphics are not. You can see where they save space on rendering everything. Like you have, altogether, I'd say probably maybe look like 3 or maybe 5 trees are actually rendered. It might be lesser, and the rest is just backdrop. But I love the details of the character, like their poses in this mode, the texture of the clothes. You guys should see what they're wearing, like the detail in the build, the pants designs. I mean, just look at Casper's build and coat design. Yeah, of course, the faces are kind of low res, but still, good job. It's not too noticeable if you don't like pause it like this and look at it, but in mid cutscene, it looks amazing. But it would be nice to see the characters in this perspective, because I love the designs. Especially when they're fighting. Imagine how cool that would be just to see Casper throw up an ice wall in close-up instead of overhead. Not that I have a problem with overhead view. I think it's amazing too. But just the details in it. Let's go to an overhead battle. Let me find one. Okay, here's one. Let's see if this is an example. It's nice details in here too. Boss, details of the boxes, the ground. You can see some of it's like a little bit low res. Some what's the texture design blends in nice. Like I like how they actually put designs on everything, and you. Pretty nice, but I would love if the camera would zoom in a little bit closer. We could see like the skeleton designs up close and see like the different gunner people that we have to fight. The ones with the guns is, I call them gunner men, but I don't know what they're calling in this game. What else I would like to see? They do have excuse me, I have a bit of a cold, but I would love to see more different enemy types as well. I mean, we do have various enemy types, a fair variety of enemies, but I wonder if I get further up in the game would I fight more enemies, because so far I've been just fighting spiders, skeletons, vampires, and humans, of course. I may have missed a few in there, but I hope we get some new bosses and new enemies to fight as well. My only complaint is that the enemies heal now. They're getting harder. It's getting harder. I have to think more. I have to come up with better strategies and all that. I'm thinking on my feet as I'm playing, even though I'm joking in mid-game. So I have to think 3 or 4 moves ahead. I'm thinking of Casper's move while I'm doing Eliza's move at the same time. The enemy is healing, they have more defense, they have more health, and you're like 3 in the party and they have 5 on the squad and they all can heal. That's a bad combination. I think characters are a little, not bosses per se, but like stages. The enemies are kind of OP because they can heal, they can defend, and it feels like they have more turns than you do sometimes. And it's like, you're down to like 1 healer. I mean, I have Eliza who can heal herself a little bit. I have Ray who can heal herself a little bit, but Gasman is our primary healer. So those odds are not good. It's gonna get harder for me from now on. So hopefully we could beat this game. We're almost close to the end. But I'm gonna end this one here, lovely dragons. Until next time, be breezy. Back to gameplay.